is working as a wind up. So your end up, it's return to the right. Concentrate on your standing leg rotation. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1 up, 3. Do it. I feel like it's always, if I want, for example, take a step, I always have to drop my hip bone down to the floor. Now I connect it with the floor. Now I'm transferring my body weight, and as long as I transfer my body weight, I already drop my opposite hip bone. And when I have a rotation, I keep pushing down to the hip bone. That's how you connect with the floor. Now, this action, when we have 4, 1, your hip bone is going already down, yes, down to the ground. When you have this end, you have to, with your breath and with your hip bone, the projection of your breath is going to your hip bone, down. So now you can rotate. When you hold this hip bone and you try to rotate, it's so hard and you always be unbalanced. So you have to release your hip bone, push it down, and keep it down till the step. Now change. 3, 4, 1. Keep it low. 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1. Have this extension. It's not only enough to push your knee backward. You can injure yourself if you're trying to push your knee back. It's not about to pushing your knee back. It's about if you take this muscle and your thigh. This is the bone, yeah? It's your knee, which is your bone. Muscle has to go around the bone, but you're not pushing the bone back. So if you have a rotation, your thigh is going around the bone. So you have to rotate your thigh. Yes, so then you create maximum extension. If you just push your knee backward, it doesn't give you that look. Yeah, so the most important every time when you have a rotation, that you rotate your thigh all the way in rotation away. That's right. So it's not only a knee pushing back, but it's rotation. That's right. And you keep rotate when you have a step. You also have to just remember every time when you have rotation, it's not just pushing your knee, it's rotation through your thigh. 4 hip actions in Rumba. What we can do with our hips. But I need in order hip. Can we lift? Yeah, we can. The free leg hip we can lift. Can we keep neutral position? Yeah, we usually pass through. Can we drop the hip down? Yeah, and then we have a rotation. Now, this is 4 hip actions, has to be always in order. So, let's say you have a side step. Remember, hip lift, neutral, hip drop, rotation. If you have a side step, you have hip lift on the free leg. Now, you pass through the neutral, you go to your hip drop, and only after hip drop you have a rotation. You cannot have a rotation with the hip lift. You cannot go through the neutral, from the neutral rotation. You always have to drop your hip down to the floor. Now you will be able to rotate. Yes, so these 4 points you have to always pass through. So when we have a side step here, we have hip lift, neutral, hip drop, rotation. And when you have a rotation, your hip is still dropped. Now we go hip lift, neutral, hip drop, step and rotation. And again, hip lift, neutral, hip drop and step. Hip lift. So when we step backward, it's hip lift, neutral, hip drop, and now on the way out, rotation. Yes, so these 4 points you have to always pass through. But my main topic is not hip lift neutral. This is what you have to know. That's the knowledge. For me, the most important how you drop the hip. So then you will be able to rotate and use your standing leg much better because your body weight are going grounded to the floor. When you stay high and you're trying to use your standing leg, it's very high and it's everything on your top. Your top has to be relaxed. Yes, all your work is in your legs and you have to be very grounded with your hips and down to the floor. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1. Кукарача. 2, 3, 4. 1. And again. 4. Remember about your foot. 4, 1. Now we're gonna use our standing leg. And 2. And standing leg. 3 and 4. 1.